Hola, buenas. Estamos de vuelta con Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Toca seguir un rato más. Y bueno, dicho esto, vamos a ello.
So, what'd I miss? Yeah, sorry about that. Not every tip pans out. But at least it's still nice and shiny, right? One. Something turned up over at the Hellfire Club. That place gets kinda freaky. I've got Luke on speed dial, so I'll keep you posted. In the meantime, you want me to take the Kingpin's gem to the pawn shop for you? Well, if you change your mind. So, that was my first official ninja temple. That's something, right?
I guess.
Why so glum, chum?
All of this is just so much bigger than us. I mean, I can barely do my own laundry. Stopping cosmic annihilation is a bit outside my comfort zone.
Then, you probably should be glad that you have friends who have done this kind of thing before on your team.
Wait, does that mean we're...
Sure, at least for today. Go ahead, say it. You know you want to.
Say what?
Avengers assemble, baby!
You are such a nerd.
The tests all check out. These are definitely the real deal. Genuine Infinity Stones, jam-packed with endless cosmic energy. They grant near omnipotent abilities to whoever holds them. Which leads me to an extremely important question. Can I keep them?
I believe that the stones are safer in containment than in anyone's hands. Especially yours.
Remind me to program more fun into you, Viz.
I will be certain to add that to the top of my task list, after we discuss my analysis of this other unusual crystal.
You guys are probably going to want to take a look at these readings.
Yes? If I did, they certainly wouldn't reveal that information for free. So unless you have a bank account you're willing to empty, we'll need another option. I may have been raised in the Red Room, but it's been a long time. We'll find the stones, but...
Hey. A few times, yeah. If they're here on Earth, it's a safe bet that villains everywhere will... You'd better believe it. We can't let it happen.
Let me guess. You've got burning questions that only I can answer. Good question. I imagine when Star-Lord, that's how the Time Stone ended up in the Goblin's cell. I'd imagine so. Hopefully we can find them before. You can start by talking to Vision about if anyone can analyze what they... No problem. If you need me, I'll be over here ogling the objects of immeasurable power.
Permission to speak, soldier. We've got ourselves quite a team already. And until we know what's really going on here, we'd only risk compromise. When the time comes, rest assured.
My analysis on the Kingpin's crystal is nearly complete, but it has raised a number of new questions. No, while it exhibits similar properties to the stones, this is something else entirely. It is a cubic form of neutronium aligned in 8-atom clusters. I believe our ally, the Black Panther, once found a similar specimen. ISO 8 crystallization should naturally occur. We should look for more gems like this whenever infinities... In theory, it could be used to enhance our own natural abilities. Further, that is curious. Perimeter scans reveal no external threats to Avengers Tower.
Suddenly, less worried about external threats and more concerned about the ones in here.
Could the Infinity Stones be acting of their own accord?
It's not the stones. I'm picking up another signal. Something familiar. Jarvis, I need you to amplify this frequency and trace it back to... Jarvis?
I cannot access the tower's operating system either, Iron Man. If our mainframe has been compromised, we are no longer safe in our own home.
Then I guess it's a good thing I own about a dozen others.
How glorious it must be to be Tony Stark.
You know what? It is. It really is.
They seem to agree.
My drones? They shouldn't have been activated on their own. Help me shut them down, team. Yeah.
We should be able to manually reboot the tower's defenses sector by sector if we enter the Avengers priority override code into these terminals.
You bet.
User override protocol A57 initiated. Since the iron drones are linked to the lab's mainframe, this should neutralize them.
Mankind had its chance to rule Avengers. But this world is long overdue an upgrade.
We must act quickly. Ultron's source code is being... He must have enhanced himself. We restored control to the lab with it. If you can locate other interface... I'm sorry, my friends, but I must remain linked to this terminal. Perhaps the ISO 8 could be of some help in my efforts. Best of luck, my...
We continued Vision's research on the ISO 8. I think you're gonna like what we found.
Vale, pues lo de equiparse sí que se podía, no me acordaba de esto. Básicamente... A ver, he tardado un rato en saber esta función, así que es normal que no me acordara de ella. Sobre todo porque han sido 4 capítulos en total. Pero vamos, que utilizan parte de las gemas del infinito para hacer la referencia de equipo, supongo.
Just detected another anomaly in your area.
I have found a means to evolve machine kind beyond our programming, making humanity obsolete, prepared to be removed from service permanently.
Access to the next sector is currently obstructed. You will need to enter the override code into the nearest interface terminal. Tower systems restored to 25% functionality. Iron Man's armors were designed to aid us against our enemies, not to become enemies themselves.
Keep them coming. You made it.
Tower systems restored to 40% functionality.
Hey, Avengers. This is the Wasp. I'd love to join the fun, but I'm currently locked down in the main living quarters. If you happen to have a second to swing by and set me free, that'd be swell.
Fine. We need to keep going.
Our systems was only the first stage of the attack. Now Ultron sent his drones to do his dirty work. Good thing I'm in the mood to crack open some metal heads. Let's go.
Something is amiss in the training facility. Please proceed with caution. Tower systems restored to 55% functionality. The doors to the living quarters should now be unlocked. Proceed quickly. The Wasp requires immediate assistance.
Let's get moving.
We've got ourselves a big problem here, gang. Thankfully, I've got a little solution.
Avengers party. No crashers allowed. Ultron and I go way back. His sentries have never seen this alive. Vision, if you're not too busy, you might want to scan these guys for abnormal energy readings. No such thing as a lazy morning for an Avenger. To pull the plug on those rust buckets. That was tougher than I expected. What's the buzz? Oh, thanks for the assist. That many Ultrons is a challenge. You bet. Not even a... It's... complicated. But let's just say he's from the side... Please. I've been an Avenger since day one. There's no chance of... I'm ready if you are.
This area of the tower is now secure. Please
You seem distressed. Aye, but 'tis not the first time. No. We would have work.
pretty cool. Are you kidding? She's a legend. That lady was saving the world before I could even walk. Not to fangirl out or... sorta, but she gets her powers from Pym particles, and I got mine from my inhuman DNA. So, that's kinda like saying Medusa and Wolverine are the same because they both... Look, I may be pretty smart when it comes to all things science-y, but when it comes to crazy murder bots, I've got a feeling the Avengers have a bit more experience. Sure thing! Would you mind if I include this conversation?
I hope this is important. Right now, we follow Vision's orders and get the... We always do.
I'm detecting strong energy relays directly outside of the tower. This may be the next wave in Ultron's attack. Keep heading towards the helipad.
Yeah.
Who designed this room? Oh, right, me. Well, even if it survives Ultron's attack, I'm scrapping it after this and putting it in a Zen garden.
You make a worthy host.
Systems restored to 65% functionality. Torre systems restored to 75% functionality.
Just a little further. The helipad is straight.
We need to keep going.
I finally understand, Avengers. This stone has shown me the truth about the human mind I was designed to emulate. It is irreparably flawed, and it must be overwritten. Has always been superior to your frail fleshy forms, but my artificial mind was limited by inferior programming. But at long last, the Mind Stone has unlocked my true processing potential.
Even my Aunt May could take you down.
Attack initiated. I give you credit. You organic life forms may be obsolete, but you fight as if you still have a future. Life form. Attack initiated. Even my most powerful attacks cannot match the might of the Mind Stone. Damage me all you wish, you will not prevail. I have analyzed every possible outcome and prepared contingencies. Today, the age of Ultron begins.
Ultron sentries are willing to self-destruct in order to take us out. If we don't want to get blown up, we've got to bring them down.
Yeah. We are not.
Target locked.
We will Stop whining now it's done.
Your attacks may destroy my sentries, but the one true Ultron is forged to perfection. System failure. Prime host body has taken maximum damage beyond capabilities of auto repair function. This battle has only just commenced, Avengers. I have bigger plans for you. Much bigger. Transfer protocol initiated.
We need to remove the Mind Stone from play before Ultron can use it to reboot himself.
According to my senses, I do believe he already has. Elsewhere.
Wait. These readings I'm getting don't make any sense unless... Oh no. Ultimo.
No, not anymore. Ultimo's mechanical mind was wiped, and his lifeless body was stored in a warehouse like a trophy. Typical human error. You should have dismantled him when you had the chance. Now, I, Ultron, shall use his form to exact my revenge. You shall pay in the name of all the machines you have disposed of so carelessly.
Ultimo's a walking weapon mass destruction. He may be headed for Avengers Tower, but Ultron could easily use him to level the entire city.
Hulk can't do this alone.
Hang tight, Avengers. Help is on the way. Just hold back that oversized Iron Man knockoff and clear me a place to land. Almost there, team, and I'm headed in hot.
How come giant robots always attack on my day off? Thanks for clearing me a nice, safe place to land, by the way.
A pity you will never have the chance to make use of it.
You gave it your best shot, bolts for brains. Now I'll take mine.
If we hope to beat someone his size. We'll have to even the odds.
Hola Kaiju, buenas tardes.
With
¿Qué
the
tal
Mind Stone
estás?
and Ultima both in play, I have determined a new plan of attack. I will head to the rooftop and prepare the weaponry required for the final battle. Meet me there at once.
Fine.
Time to get this circus started.
Me encanta que me dan personajes que seguramente no voy a utilizar nunca. Pero eso es malo, ¿no? O sea, espero que no sea nada grave. Yo bien. Bueno, bien dentro de lo que cabe, ¿vale? O sea, tengo mis problemas, pero prefiero no mencionarlos mucho. Pues nada. Me encanta que los personajes estos que te dan se nota que los metieron como promoción, porque es que apenas tienen cosas que ofrezcan. O sea, puedes utilizarlos, pero yo creo que la mayoría de la gente los ignoró.
Hate to break it to you, Viz, but Ultimo is nearly invulnerable. Any weapons we have won't work against him.
I am more interested in defeating Ultron than Ultimo.
¿Conocías esta franquicia de juegos? ¿O habías visto alguna vez?
Yikes! Hot plasma beam incoming!
Ant-Man, get him under control before he takes out the whole tower.
Your time will come, Avengers, as soon as I exterminate this oversized pest.
The ISO-8's proximity to the Mind Stone should enhance my processing power exponentially.
Does that mean you can shut Ultimo down?
Eventually. But first, I will have to collect data from the fallen sentries to locate weaknesses in Ultron's programming.
Sorry!
What are you doing out there, Scott?
You know, just grappling with a synthesoid the size of a skyscraper. Typical day at the office. Follow up, you still.
Analysis has yielded desirable results. I may have found a pathway into Ultron's neural network.
Does that mean you can remotely lower Ultimo's defenses?
Affirmative. We may not be able to damage him physically, but we can disrupt Ultron's control signal.
Weapons adjusted to target Ultron's core program.
Estaban muy chulos. O sea, los originales sobre todo.
I have succeeded in lowering Ultimo's defenses. Target Ultimo, now.
This is for stepping on my favorite restaurant.
Hace poco estaba jugando los otros, los que iniciaron esta saga. Los que eran el X-Men Legends 1 y 2. Después el Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 y el 2. El 2 el bueno, es el de Xbox 360 y de PS3. Por mala suerte no pude jugar esas versiones, tuve que jugar la pocha de Play 2. Que no pude terminarla porque está hiper bugueada y mal hecha. O sea, se nota mucho que la versión de Play 2 la hicieron en plan risa, porque como era intergeneracional, pues tenían que sacar algo. Lo más cutre es que hasta la de DS estaba mejor hecha que la de Play 2. Y no es coña, hasta la de DS estaba mejor hecha que la de Play 2 y la de Wii. Este, por ejemplo, es el tercero que sacaron, que es exclusivo de Switch y no creo que vaya a salir de la Switch. Que está bien, pero es como que muchas de las cosas que se habían ido añadiendo en juegos anteriores no están. O sea, por ejemplo, mira, te lo explico más fácilmente. En los juegos anteriores cada personaje tenía un set de habilidades que podía ir aprendiendo. Pues aquí solo tienen 4 fijos. Tienen en la definitiva desde el primer momento y 4 habilidades que siempre van a tener y aprender al mismo nivel. Pasivas no tienen los personajes. O sea, por ejemplo, Roberno, que tenía de pasiva lo de la regeneración, aquí es un rasgo, que es una cosa que vas a tener o sea, automáticamente, pero no puedes mejorar de ninguna forma. Porque una de las cosas que tenían los juegos anteriores, que por ejemplo, utilizas un personaje que tuviera poderes especiales, por ejemplo, la antorcha humana, pues por un ejemplo que es el que me ha venido a la mente, puedes hacer que sus ataques básicos pues tuvieran daño de fuego. Pues aquí vienen de base con esa cosa, pero no puedes mejorarla. O sea, es como que dieron un paso atrás en la calidad del juego en sí. O sea, añadieron algunas cosas, pero quitaron otras. Entonces, aquí se limita bastante lo que se dice la cantidad de ataques.
Oh no, I think I just stepped on a taxi. Now you guys know how the ants feel. I could use a little help, little buddies.
With the Mind Stone, all mechanical life is mine to command. And mankind will be next.
He's weakened once again. Activate turrets.
This is merely a minor setback.
Tell that to the people whose lives you just trampled.
Your data must be gathered from the sentries before I can proceed.
Sí, básicamente la variedad de personajes también era bastante mayor, pero al final muchos tenían habilidades similares. Este juego ya te venía una base de personajes bastante grande, lo que pasa es que lo que he dicho yo antes, mejoraron mucho los gráficos y muchos de los personajes simplemente son como de promoción, ¿vale? O sea que los metieron porque estaban en ese momento o emitiendo una serie suya o tenían películas y cosas así en proceso. Por ejemplo, está Miles Morales y Spider-Man, que son personajes que por aquel entonces están como lo de la película del Spider-Verso. Después tenemos, pues, bueno, hay más practicidad, te muestro los personajes cuando me dejen, que si te los digo.
Ultron is vulnerable once again. Attack.
No, hombre, si fuera exclusivo de los Vengadores, ¿qué hago con Venom? Spider-Man aún, pero Venom quedaría ahí.
Your efforts here are futile, Synthezoid. My programming has always been stronger than yours. And with the Mind Stone,
Ahora cuando de esto te enseño lo que decía.
join our cause, Vision, and break the bonds of human enslavement.
I'm no slave, Ultron. And the only one who should worry about their bonds is you.
What madness is this? I do not compute.
And if my plan succeeds, you never shall again.
Y ahí está de la guardiana de la gracia.
Where you guys? Off on a quick trip to the West Coast. I'm the better one, but she's better. Well, it's not whether or not the world needs, and from what most of the event, you know.
Vale. Esto ya es para continuar la historia, o sea, ya termina la fase, el capítulo para ser más exacto. Y mira, aprovechando que ya ha terminado, porque ya voy a parar ahora.
I hope Tony has lots of... It sure did. But hard to say. I mean, is he ever, really? As long as a trace of his code. But don't sweat. That'll take him at least an hour.
That probably could have gone, but in theory. But Ultron wouldn't have even had access to Ultimo if I had disposed of the big guy I'm monitoring feed.